everyone. Welcome to this live session. So in this video today, I'm covering what the journey has been so far doing LinkedIn Live. So my first LinkedIn Live was around May 27 with Dr. Venkat. Of course, I did like the trial session first before like 1 day or 2 days before that. But yeah, so it was very interesting journey so far, from the learning curve, from figuring out the StreamYard, then after that, finding out how to ask questions, having live guests and all that in the mix. So I will cover what I learned so far, what was the learning curve, and what I'm planning to do going forward. So first, what was the learning curve? So the first challenging part was figuring out the StreamYard scheduling. At first I did schedule, tasted it, but I did one with Shaz, which actually not being live because I was using the expired stage. So when it's expired, when you're using the previous session, it's not really going live, and I was doing it on the spot, so I didn't schedule for that specific session. So that one was a mistake, so we ended up not having it. Later we did like in-person interview in Frisco Library, and I posted that one separately, like around, we recorded it in June 1, then I posted it like last Friday. So that was the first one using the expired session on StreamYard. The second one was when I was doing the lives, I have to figure out, for example, are there people writing in the comment section? Luckily or unlikely, no one was commenting much like questions, so I didn't have to navigate the comment section in my question and all that. So that was the plus. As a beginner, that was not really as challenging that I was expecting it, but I have to maintain eye contact with the camera and also navigate if there's anyone writing questions and stuff like that. So that was the figuring out. It was not really, so I'm using the free tier, so I was not paying anything. It has limits into how many places I'm streaming it. I was not planning to do any other platform other than LinkedIn, because LinkedIn doesn't have just go live button. You have to integrate it with StreamYard. So that was okay. I did like the trial session helped, and also I didn't have like so many comments, which wasn't hard to manage. So that was the learning curve. Second, how was the challenging during the live session? That's what I want to cover. It was really, really challenging because one, I was preparing overall questions that I would like to cover in that specific guest. So far, I did have 3 of them live here. Then I have questions laid out, but sometimes the conversation go like, I want to also manage, I want to balance the going with the flow and also having with the agenda, sticking with the agenda. So managing that balance was a little hard because I have to do it on the spot. And also I have to actively listen while planning what I'm going to ask on the next, when they finish their part, right? So that was challenging because it's not in person and I don't want to look down all the time. So I was trying not to read much. If it was in person, even if you read from your iPad or paper, it would be okay. But if it's on a virtual setting, if you're doing like no eye contact, it would be, because they're just seeing the screen only. And if you're not attentive, it might be tricky. So I was trying to balance active listening and also asking the next question. And that was somehow challenging because I'm doing it also live. So there is no like cutting in between, and doesn't give peace of mind because I'm doing it live, figuring out as I go. So that was challenging, but luckily the guests that I have in this live session were really like engaging. Whenever like I have question asked, they continue, and it was easier to ask follow-up questions. So that was very, very easy. And another thing was, what was I am doing that. I want to cover that. What was the objective of having the LinkedIn Live? I'm going to talk at a tech conference in September. So I was like, I want to do all this nerve-wracking things before doing it, because talking on a stage, especially in a platform, really scares me. So I was like, what are the other things that could potentially scare me, so that I can get used to being so nervous in doing it regardless. So that was the objective. And also I got the inspiration from Toastmaster District 50 conference. Kwan was saying he was having this challenge doing LinkedIn Live, and he was terrified to go LinkedIn Live for so long, and he was doing it for 30 days on a challenge. So I was like, okay, if it's really scary for people who have even experience, I also want to try that, because I'm the least experienced in such things, but still I want to challenge myself. So that was the main purpose. And also I like to ask questions, and I want to be more present in the tech field. So asking people in the field that I'm interested in, whether it's like being how to communicate with in the tech meetup in areas, or like how to be giving good talk, or how to be delivering a message in a good way. So many things. The topics that I covered were in the areas that I was interested in. So that's the thing. That's like, maybe people would be interested to hear that also. That was the main objective. So the last one I want to cover is what I would like to do going forward. So I want to keep continuing having guests, then also having more LinkedIn Live, and I want to cover more about Toastmaster also. For example, how to navigate the Toastmaster platform, how to count your speech. For example, I was doing speech on LinkedIn Live, and I was counting them in my presentation mastery pathway. So how to be more proactive in your Toastmaster journey. So I want to do more awareness with that specific topic. So I want to do that, balancing with the tech. So yeah, I also created the YouTube channel, because the in-person video that I recorded, I couldn't upload it on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn has this restriction. You can't upload pre-recorded videos if it's more than 15 minutes. If you're doing it from StreamYard, there is no limit. At least for me, I didn't find any limits, because I posted videos 1 hour and 16 minutes, and it was not restricting me because it was from the live session directly integrated. But uploading it from pre-recorded, it has limit, which is not more than 15 minutes. So I created a YouTube channel called Tech and Community with Yuri. So I will be uploading all the live session that I did here, or the in-person videos that I'm doing that. So that's something interesting that I didn't plan to do. So yeah, that's what I had so far. I don't think anyone is in the session to ask question. But yeah, this is for growing together. So hopefully you learn something new. If you have any question doing LinkedIn Live, let me know. Have a good one.